Hello, welcome back to Buckle Up, and this is,
I think what my colleague is trying to say is this is a Hyundai Ioniq 6, and today we're going to take you for a look around it. I think he might be a little bit excited. Okay, so it's a walk around. We'll start with the exterior. That would be the normal way of doing things.
naturally.
Rob, what's your favourite exterior feature of the Hyundai Ioniq 6?
Oh
Quick,
my God.
pick one. Go
There's
now.
so many. I like these.
The rear view mirror cameras.
Yes, but specifically the part of them that is translucent, so you can see the inner workings, and there's all these little squares, which will be a running theme throughout this video.
Yes, there are many square pixels,
Pixels,
if you will.
I will. I'll entertain that.
There's also there's a fair amount of translucence occurring throughout the vehicle.
Yes.
There's also some translucence up here on the shark fin antenna for various systems that need an external antenna. You can sort of see into it to see some of the componentry. Don't be alarmed, this looks very different to the 5. The 5's very obviously sort of 80s inspired.
Yeah.
You still get that sort of thing with this. You just get it in a very, very slippery, streamlined shape.
I was just going to say Streamliner.
As this is the Electric Streamliner.
Yes. Can I just mention these wheels? They've very cleverly sort of cut off portions and filled it in with the sort of the black to make it disappear into the wheel and make it look more
ornate.
Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, look at these. And these are 20-inch wheels.
You do get other things you'll recognise from the rest of the Ioniq range. So you get the door handles that you're used to that like to pop out.
This colour is purple.
Yes, I hope this is showing up on camera.
Yeah.
Because in here, in the lighting, especially where you get the highlights of the lighting, hopefully that's coming across. But it's this lovely metal flake, deep purple. I think we should talk about the front.
Yes.
Let's move and camera round the front.
Let's do that now.
Round here at the front, you really get into the pixel elements of the design. There's a lot of pixels going on here. And I'll now ask my esteemed colleague to point at every single one, all of them.
Yes, sir. So in the lights, as you would expect, they have carried over the pixel design, obviously emulating the 5. In this case, though, because this is the 6, everything is referencing that number. So you have LED pixels in 6s. 4 6s there. What's 4 6s?
4 6s is 24.
There you go, there's 24 pixels there.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. You also have, at the front, 6 more pixels along the bottom, and those ones, when this vehicle is on charge, show you how much charge you have. They will light up according to the percentage that you are charged, which I think is excellent. And then, as if by magic, on struts, your boot, sir.
It's there.
We don't have any of the figures.
But only just.
Yeah, we don't have any of the figures on terms of size.
Yeah, basically, it's the same. It's a similar moulding to the front boot of an Ioniq 5, but the front end of this vehicle is more sleek and lower, so it's slightly shallower. So I'm guessing there's going to be around 20 litres of space in there.
Yeah. So anyway, let's close that up.
Yes.
I'm going to do it very gently.
Trying to not get any fingerprints
I know,
on it.
it's almost impossible. Shall I let it drop? That's the correct way to close the bonnet.
Yeah, go for it.
That was a huge echo in here.
Yes.
Can I just mention the badge?
Yes.
Because it's been lightly restyled. But it is actually sort of slightly recessed into the bodywork for aero, I imagine. Or also because it looks cool. And it's satin finished as well. It's not chrome. like other ones have been in the past. It's very nice and tasteful.
And you might think, recessed satin badge, oh, I know what that is, that's all the sensors. But you would be wrong, my friend. The sensors are actually down here, just above those lights. Then you also have, integrated into this styling, this long piece of black trim where you get all your other sensors and your camera as well.
It's a bit, you can't really see it all that well on this car because obviously it's such a dark purple that the black doesn't really show up. But on a lighter colour car, you would see this black bar going across the front, and obviously that's just there to nicely hide those features that otherwise would stick out.
And tie them all into the styling.
Exactly, exactly. It's all just so...
I think though, Rob, what we should go do now
Yeah.
is we should go, I mean, this is groundbreaking stuff. We're going to go look in the boot.
No one else.
No one's done this yet.
No one has done that.
We are the first, like even the real journalists.
How has this happened?
We're the first ones to go and get a look in the boot.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm excited.
Well, how much trouble will I get in if I climb in it?
So much.
So much, not going to do it. To the boot. So this is it. This is the boot.
This is the best bit of the car for me.
Well, yes, let's first address the absolutely spectacular styling here.
Yeah.
You'll notice this double-tiered spoiler setup, which reminds me of some of my favourite cars ever in the world.
Yeah, it's a whale tail.
Whale tail, yeah. So, I love this. And then also, Rob, if you'd be so kind as to go and press the brake pedal.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to. You're going to love this.
You will like this. That's your high-level brake light. And again, it has pixels through it, and it's just slightly translucent as well. So all of those styling features that we've had throughout the car so far, the streamliners, the pixels, and also the sort of translutions showing how something's working, it's all integrated into this rear end here in this high-level spoiler brake light.
This is a world exclusive.
Boot. It's big.
It's huge.
Like it's really big.
Well, this is a pre-production car, so things aren't completely 100% finished on it.
They're not entirely finalised, but this is the size and shape of the boot.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's more like I guess like a Porsche Taycan in that it opens more like a traditional saloon rather than a fastback.
Yes, but also...
But it's not a small opening.
Well, and also I think if you're used to normal saloon cars, certainly executive saloon cars, a lot of them are either rear or four-wheel drive, you'd be expecting a shallower boot than this. Yeah. This is a very deep boot. It's more akin to the sort of amount of space you get in something like a Skoda Superb.
I was literally just going to say Skoda Superb.
Which is, I mean, if you've ever... You'll probably have been in one as an Uber or something. But yeah, this is a really big space. Obviously, yeah, you don't have the hatchback swallow anything. You also can release the rear seats from here. Yeah. Which is a nice feature.
Yeah. Really, really handy to have that. You can't underestimate things like that until you've had a car with them. No. Because it just makes everything so much easier. But yeah,
Well, here you go.
Yeah, there's the boot.
If this is why you were watching the video, thank you so much for watching. We're going to go and look at the inside of the car.
Can I just say as well, on the boot opener / closer, pixel.
Yeah, there's 6 pixels.
Yeah, but it's a pixel shape, the release.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 6 pixels on it.
Oh, does it? I didn't even know that. Oh, it does.
For Ioniq.
That's great.
6.
Yeah. So it's got 6 pixels there, inside a pixel, next to another pixel, which houses the rear view camera.
So that's like 6 cubed.
Oh.
And how many sides does a square have?
7. 6. 4. Can we talk more about the design here?
Yes, please? You can. We should talk more about the design, please.
Yeah. So, this is my favourite part of the car, partly because of my inner child and 2-tier spoilers, but also because of this fantastic wraparound light.
Yes.
amazing.
A full-on light bar.
Yeah, and you will notice it's full of pixels, obviously. And more importantly for me, these are the things that sort of get me slightly excited. These vertical, what would you call them? Like I assume that's going to be like where the reflectors and fog lights may appear. But this is very, very reminiscent of the concept car that this was based on, which was called the Prophecy. If you remember that car, we can insert an image of it now. Here it is. But they had those vertical brake lights or brake housing in the back, and I just think that looks fantastic. It's like the over bumpers on an old sort of chrome bumper. Do you remember? But here they're used for part of the light housing, and again, it's sort of going back to, obviously this car just looks incredibly modern and new and, well, quite beautiful really, but having things like that just has that little touch, that flair of the retro about it.
Right, now we'll go look at the inside.
Yeah, let's go look at the inside, because
Back seats?
I want to see if these back seats have as much room in them as the ones in the 5, because it's like being in a Rolls Royce. Let's go.
It's blooming lovely back here.
It's lovely, isn't it? This is so nice. I can just do this.
Yeah.
I can really slouch.
I am. If I sit up fully straight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've got my head against the ceiling, which is fairly typical of this kind of car for people of our height, I'd have said.
I mean, I very rarely sit in the back of a car and don't have my head touching, so...
Yeah, it's really only SUVs or big hatchbacks.
Yeah, this is not new territory for me.
No, but these seats are so comfortable.
I know, I was just thinking...
And if I pop my head down against the headrest...
Nice.
What's not to like?
I know. It's just this packaging that you can do with electric cars, and obviously Hyundai seem to be more ahead of what you would class as the traditional legacy manufacturers and the new boys, like Tesla, in terms of the wheelbase on this is nearly 3 meters, which is actually less than it is on the Ioniq 5. But from where I'm sitting, or slouching,
well, yeah,
I would say that this is...
And also, the interior of this is an amazing two-tone affair. And if I told you, as an outsider, that the interior of this is grey and like creamy pale grey, and you'd think, oh my god, that's going to be the worst thing ever, and it's not.
No.
It feels like I'm on the Starship Enterprise.
But it's not just like the colour scheme, it's the choice of materials.
Yes.
Because everybody knows that you can have a sea of black plastic and peeled cow in pretty much any saloon car that you want. But this it's made of nice, cool, interesting materials that all just feel so nice and squidgy.
A nice little feature that's quickly becoming synonymous with Ioniq vehicles is down here you have a full 250 volt home style outlet, 3-pin socket, which is excellent, so you can plug in your laptop or your chainsaw or whatever else. But if this isn't enough for you, then also this car will be capable of doing vehicle to load, just like the Ioniq 5 can. And you can, well, you could, in theory, charge another electric car from your electric car if you wanted to, or you could use it to run your home in the case of a power outage. And basically this becomes a great big portable battery for anything you want it for, which is just excellent.
Now, a problem that many people have with electric cars, and why manufacturers tend to do crossovers rather than saloons, is because the batteries have to sit under you, and therefore your feet are raised up. Do you feel uncomfortable?
No.
No. I don't feel uncomfortable at all. I can stretch my feet out
if I sit
nice.
even with my feet right by the seat of the base of the seat, there is, like, I could fit my hand under my leg.
There's a gap.
But
But you don't feel
But
uncomfortable.
that's not how you sit in a car. You sit like
No,
this.
I sit like this. I have to sit like this because I'm a freak. Well, that's what Jasper says.
Yeah.
And he's a hobbit. Wow, look at that.
That's very business class.
That's cool. And the proper bright LEDs.
I'm fairly sure you could do a dental inspection with that.
Yeah, that's enough light to do some
surgery.
Yeah.
Or like change out a tiny bit of a microprocessor.
Cross stitch.
Yeah, or cross stitch. Yeah, that one as well. Well, the back seats are excellent, but
we haven't talked about this stuff
USB
yet.
because Universal seriously, USB-Cs.
The small USBs, Cs, 2 of them here. You've got some nice ventage going on. Oh, that's so nicely damped. That feels expensive. Doesn't that feel expensive?
It feels expensive.
But you know, on the Ioniq 5, they're in the doors.
Yeah, they're sort of here like they are in a Volvo.
Yeah, but here, it's more sort of traditional.
Well, and we'll get on to why that's more traditional when we move through to the front.
Absolutely. So I think, should we do that now?
Let's get in the front.
Oh, I really don't want to though.
Should we have a nap first?
Yeah, let's have a nap.
Okay. We'll see you in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Hello.
So here we are now in the front after our nice little nap.
Yes.
And
this
is very different.
It is very different.
This is the reason you now have your air vents in the centre at the back, because you now have a full centre console in the front that runs the full length of the front, which is a long way.
It is. It's a big old unit, but it's very different to obviously the Ioniq 5 because that car has sort of nothing.
No.
You can move.
There's like a sliding centre bit.
But nothing
and then
like
nothing
this.
there.
But this has got your wireless charging, it's got a USB, it's got 2 cup holders, and because they've moved absolutely everything off of the doors, it's now been moved into this centre console, and it looks rather lovely. So you've got your window controls, door lock and unlock, auto hold for your handbrake, and your window lockout. And yeah, it's just lovely up here, isn't it?
There's just so much space.
Yeah.
It's got the same sort of drawer.
I do like the drawer.
Glove drawer.
Glove drawer.
And there's a feeling of cohesiveness within the Ioniq range again, but it's not an identical dashboard. And obviously, there's these bad boys up here.
Yes, and they're in the right place. I can confirm. We talked about this on our news episode, but now we can say for sure that these are in the right place because they're in the same place as they were in the Honda E, which is
where your mirrors would be.
Yeah, it's where you would naturally look. I do just want to touch on the fact that steering wheel, very, very similar. Very similar. Apart from a couple of things, the 4 dots in the middle are this time illuminated. So same sort of thing as those 6 little pixels at the front. They tell you the state of charge, and obviously the 4 pixels, dots, squares, whatever you want to call it, is Morse code for the letter H.
From steps.
Yes.
Or for Hyundai.
Yeah.
Depending on your your outlook.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also a massive space under the console.
Huge.
So you might be worried, oh, they put a console in, that just takes up lots of room. That's lost room. Well, it's not.
It's floating.
So you've got this floating console up here, and then enough space for like 2 rucksacks underneath it. There's a sunroof. Also, importantly, on the pedals, you've still got the same plus and minus.
Whee!
Plus is on throttle.
Just drove straight
God.
down. No, it's not. It's off.
It's off.
I
It is
made
off.
sure it's off. Very similar to the Ioniq 5, except the screens are actually slightly rounded now. So the housing has a slightly curvaceous theme.
You know what that is?
What?
Streamlining.
All comes back to streamlining.
This is an excellently tied together car.
Yeah, everything sort of...
It's nailed its brief, I'd have said.
Yeah. If I was going to be all journalistic about it...
Oh, yeah, go on.
I might say that the design language is very cohesive.
Sound like Jasper. What's this like?
Yeah, go on then. Let's have a look in there.
Oh,
ooh, hello.
Feel the weight of that.
Ooh, very premium.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your
That's my face.
There's 2 more USB-Cs in there.
There is. And it's got one of those little cutouts so that you can run the wires through. Not everyone does that, and I can't understand why. So those little details that just... Yeah, the steering wheel's on the wrong side. We haven't mentioned that yet, have we?
No, so this comes from Korea.
Yes, it's been flown...
Shipped specially
on a thing
for important people
just for us.
And experts to go and look around.
Just for us.
And then somehow we're here.
How did this happen?
We're here.
Oh, I will just talk about a couple of things down here that you probably can't see.
No, but I'm aware of them.
Yes.
Spiritually.
Yeah. So this is where you'll find your handbrake lever, although obviously it does it on auto hold, so you actually don't ever need to touch that. You've got the little button to press to pop open the charging port. You've got a boot release, and you've got your traction control off button, which is obviously greatly exciting to both of us. And your mirror controls are there as well, so you can fold them in, you can move them about and do whatever. Well, I'm saying mirror controls, your camera controls. This feels so nice. I don't know if this is actually leather or if it's like recycled materials. There's a lot of recycled materials in
the carpets.
here. Yeah, the carpets are made not exclusively, but partly from like fishing nets.
Reclaimed fishing.
Reclaimed
from the ocean.
They've not just gone to a fishing store and bought some fishing nets. They've reclaimed them from the ocean. So by driving around in this car, you're actually helping save the fishes.
You are. And by saving them, you're saving all life on Earth.
Exactly, yes.
Or, if you so choose, by driving around in this car, you're wearing fishnets. So, Eco-Warrior, Frankenfurter, your choice.
Oh my God. Why did Hyundai keep inviting us back?
Because no one else will make these points, Rob.
No, they won't.
Only I will.
Yeah, only you will. That is true. Huge Bose speakers on the doors, and what I will mention, I don't know, did you mention these are slightly translucent, these bits of trim?
No, I hadn't.
And it's also the same on the door. There's a theme of the translucency in this car. There, aerial, and
the cameras,
camera housing,
and the high level brake light,
and the high level brake light. It's very nice. Everything's... I'm doing Italian hand gestures. It all speaks to each other. It's great.
Yeah.
This, we don't know the pricing.
No, that's not yet announced.
Or anything like that. But it's probably not going to be too dissimilar to...
Oh yes, the Model 3 and
the Porsche. This interior, in comparison to, let's just throw out the Tesla Model 3.
Plastic fantastic, the Tesla Model 3.
Yeah, this is just so nice. These seats are so comfortable.
Yeah, and you know what's really great about this car is you can read the speedo.
Yes, yes, without having to look.
Oh, look, I'm doing a speed.
Yeah. It does have the gear selector, borrowed from the Ioniq 5. Still not 100% convinced on those.
I think if you were
I'm not American.
Yeah, if you were used to column shift, so if you were used to a Tesla or a Mercedes-Benz as well, they have them in all markets.
Yeah.
So if you're used to column shifting in any way, that will feel that very natural to you.
Yeah. But the other thing is, these are all nicely sort of tactile and metal knurled, and these paddles for doing the regen.
Oh yeah,
it's just such a satisfying.
It's a good action.
This is nice, isn't it?
It's all nice. Even just the design of like the plastic around the edge of here.
Did you see?
I did.
It came on
Progressively.
Like, oh, I could just sit here all day. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
this is literally so comfortable.
I mean, we have reached now the end of the video. Because
I was having so much fun.
Unfortunately, today we cannot take this for a drive.
We can't. We can't. But we did have the world exclusive on the boot.
Yeah, we have looked at the boot for the first time. That's pretty exciting. No, so unfortunately we can't drive this today, but I think it's fair to say that we are both
enamoured.
Completely enamoured with this car and this interior and the exterior as well. All the styling is brilliant.
Yeah.
And I can't think of another modern car with a rear end I like as much as this.
No.
So there you go. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, because the more people we have to do that, the more odds there are that we'll be allowed to drive this.
Yeah.
So
please do.
You know, we'll show you if we do. You know, that's the way this works.
That's the promise.
That's the promise.
That's the buckle up guarantee.
Yeah, we will film it.
Yeah.
Take us there and we will film it. That's the buckle up guarantee. And yes, and you can go down into our description and we have links to our social medias. And also a link to our merchandise store where you can buy lovely buckle up merch if you'd like to support us, or if you'd like to support us in another way, we have a Patreon, or you can become a channel member, and you'll get some perks for doing that are all listed down there as well. And all that's left to say is thank you for watching, and we're just going to...
And thank you, Hyundai.
Yeah, thank you, Hyundai.
For inviting us to come and look at your car.
Yes, this is excellent.
Yes. Can we have a go? Please.